welcome to TOV Live. It is Valhalla time. Woo! Episode 9. We are releasing tonight, and FYI, that will be automatically released on the Tales of Valhalla YouTube channel at 10:45 p.m. EST tonight. And of course, there's the contest and stuff that we'll talk about in a little bit. But hello, I'm Ryan, Tales of Valhalla, and we're about to take a look at premiere episode 9, season 3 of Tales of Valhalla: The Aftermath Chronicles, which is a stop-motion adventure based off the board game Heroescape. And the title of this episode is called The Prime Greater Ice Elemental, which we'll see what that means in a minute. But first, let us introduce the panel that we have tonight. Panel of pretty much all voice actors that have helped me over the years, and I'm going to say this multiple times during the stream, but thank you guys so much.
Whoa. I see a stranger in here that we were discussing earlier that has been absent for since Christ left Chicago. How you doing, Jason?
I'm doing pretty well.
Yeah, let me just introduce Jason first. So, yeah, Jason was on a little bit of vacation, but he's returned. So Jason has voiced mainly the role of Canute Geert, which is a Roman soldier in the series, and we'll see a little bit of that character tonight. Jason, how are you doing tonight, sir?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. I just got back from a short vacation, so I'm in a pretty good mood at the moment, and we'll see how that translates to commentary.
Yeah, absolutely. And oh, by the way, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. If you didn't notice, I don't have my usual typical TOV shirt. It's actually the shirt that my son gave me tonight because we have cats and he likes cats. So I just wanted to show that off real quick. And let me see here. Okay, the stream is hopping around there. Okay, I'm just going to introduce Joe Crazy next. Joe, how are you doing tonight, sir?
I'm good. I just wanted to show... Oh, wait. It's going to be in the wrong spot. Never mind. I guess it's not going to work.
Yeah, I'm trying it too. If you're trying to stream at the same time, use your video camera. It just doesn't want to work.
I was going to show everybody what I'm looking at right now, which is the 6 screens, but... what I'm doing, but
we'll have to show it
different.
later.
I can't.
Yeah, it'll be behind the scenes type thing at a later date. But how are you doing today, Joe?
I'm very well.
Very good. And let's see here, who would be next on the batting? Okay, so Skipper McCheese, who is actually AKA Tyler Fine, who is also the voice of Toothpick. We have Toothpick here on the stream tonight. Tyler, how are you doing tonight, sir?
Dude, I'm so stoked. How are you doing, dude?
Doing awesome. I'm so happy to finally have you on a live stream so the audience can actually meet the guy who's behind that character of Toothpick.
Dude, the stoke is high. I'm pumping endorphins on the floor.
And we have, I just want to name it, we got Erica, and we got the Diet Nerd, who is, of course, Lieutenant Dan, Mr. Joey Ranieri, in the chat. And Joey, Lieutenant Dan, there in the chat, feel free to berate, Toothpick, because we also have Toothpick, and we got the Corey, who plays Henderson as well. Feel free to berate as much as possible, and I will relay your message to them. But see here, let's just go next to Corey then. That Chinese guy who is Corey, who is the voice of Henderson in the series. Corey, how are you doing tonight, sir? And welcome to the TOV live stream as well to you. How are you doing tonight?
Thank you very much for having me. I'm super excited to be here. Yeah, I'm doing well. This is my first time being part of the live stream, and I'm super excited for it all.
Welcome aboard to a great elite class of people who never get a chance to be where we are.
Awesome. We're all over the map here, really. And we all, of course, have Mr. Sean Gallagher, who has the voice of Sergeant Drake Alexander. How are you doing tonight, Sean?
I am cheesing it worse than a Big Mac.
Alright, this is gonna be a stream tonight. Let me tell you. And we might have one or two other people drop in later on, but we will get to that if we get to that. But like I said, episode 9 going to be started really soon as the printer stops printing beside me. This whole living room area is an office. Anyway, all right. So what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Hello everybody out there in the chat. Like I said, we got let's see here. We got Lieutenant Dan saying in the chat, "My squad." Yes, it is part of your squad here. Henderson and Toothpick. And so for those who don't know how these streams go, just gonna explain it real quick. First thing, we're going to go watch the episode all the way through. No interruptions, no commentary. We're going to mute our mics, and you hear nothing from us. You're just going to enjoy the premiere of the episode. And then once the episode is over, we're going to run it again, give some commentary, and then we're going to talk a little bit about contest, final thoughts, and call it a night. Should be a fairly quick stream because this is a short episode, although very action-packed. So how about we get started, shall we?
Woo! Let's do it.
All right. Give us a minute, and we will start episode 9. Boom. And if Tyler, Corey, I don't think you guys have seen this, so if you're watching the stream, go ahead and take a look and watch.
Currently on YouTube.
Same.
You're gonna see, well, like some of the characters are gonna talk to your characters in a minute, and then you'll be like, oh my goodness.
Moving. Toothpick, wake up! That's an order. Hey, Henderson, come on.
Yeah, this kind of looks more like towards the middle of it.
Oh no. I think they're
Oh, no.
It's not the commentary one, though, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
No, it's starting. Oh, sorry.
You can fix it in
during the
post.
commentary part.
If you guys want to watch it off his stream, you're more than welcome to. I'm streaming it off mine.
That is a little bit of a delay.
Yeah, that is true.
So there's kind of like Ranieri says, "What a good voice." I think he's talking about himself.
I'll be honest with you. You know, I don't really remember my lines from this, but it is kind of funny because I'm kind of shocked at the outcome of this one.
Yeah, well, you see some of the characters who have been kind of sacrificed have been sacrificed. So you got your characters, Tyler and Corey, have been sacrificed and you're dead.
That's sad.
As far as this episode goes, there is an episode 10, so things could change. But at this moment, dead.
We cannot do anything for them.
Put a damper on things, but that's how it goes for this episode. But,
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, if either of you guys show up for episode 10, or if you plan to this coming Tuesday, I can send you episode 10 via email. If you guys give me an email, and then you guys will be able to catch up.
I'm gonna be honest, Ryan. I don't think I actually have a choice on this Tuesday. I'm gonna be in it whether I like it or not. I'm getting kidnapped.
Right here. Yep.
Is it 9:30 on Tuesday?
I'm
It'll
thinking,
be a
yeah.
long stream because episode 10 is a half hour long.
Oh, wow. So are we gonna do that a little earlier, or are we gonna run it late? Like,
Oh, it'll be 9:30. Instead of like this stream will probably be like 1.5 hours. Tuesday night will be I'd be 2.5 hours. So if people want to hop on and only stay for a little bit, I mean that's fine. I mean, hop on, hop off. Okay.
And now this monster is out under Korok's control.
I'll fight them. It'll give you time to escape. I will back you up.
Yeah. I was hoping Charles would show up, but I don't
We'll
know.
hold them off as long as we can.
It's Lieutenant
I don't see him.
Dan.
But I'll try to coax him to be here Tuesday because I mean Kurok and Ever Scarcarver, those are quite significant roles, you know, that he played. I think aside from Joey, I mean he had a bit of character development and lines.
Very well.
Here's-
Kill them.
Evar, you even chosen Ever Scarcarver? I chose him to be kind of that Vidar input because of the fact. Oh, and that moment right there where that Morrow comes out saying "Hey," that's Ben's voice. That's actually Chedwick right there. So that's our first appearance sight of Chedwick in the series. Yeah.
I thought the regular Morrow couldn't speak English. They're all little chattery,
Well,
cat
Chedwick's a bit
things.
different. If you've seen the Chedwick and Sven comics, Chedwick does speak, and Chedwick is a Morrow.
Oh, he's
Kind of
okay.
integrating those
That
characters
character.
into the series, right?
Move to a different
Right.
area. Let's
Um,
move.
and they'll be formally introduced at the very end of episode 10. No, what was the question again? That I mean, I wanted to incorporate, you know, Vidar and his own plans towards like wall spires and such and elementals themselves, but because Evar explains in
New plan, please. That will not work with us.
in
Our light forces are slow.
Joey's commenting on the stream. I don't know. I think he means Sylvaris.
At the same time.
Because he's got the ice hand. So in a way, I connected him to the ice elemental. So he has stakes. He has a reason to be there because he was granted the power of the ice elemental by Vidar, and I talked this over with Jeremy when it came to lore, and there is actually kind of like a Heroescape lore match with that. It's not the exact story, but it's similar on how Thor got his ice hands. But they were given to him by Vidar, so I just kind of linked it together, and so Evar explains that I think in episode 6 or episode 7, a little bit. So that gives him his reason to be there, and it's quite a fun moment when like I love this moment when Raylan hops in. You know, everybody's surrounded, and then Raylan comes in. You know, like shield aura, and then Evar just like says, "Come on, ice monster!" I love this little fight scene exchange between them. It's so nice.
Backup, ready to help out. Like anytime. Where are they?
Like me.
She is.
Shield activated.
And these stingers just go. Yeah, I mean, I love it. I love
the shield is pretty sweet too.
it. It's a pretty simple effect to put in too. It doesn't take too much actually for Raylan's aura, shield aura.
Do you need help getting out?
Nah, we're good.
Go. My shield will protect you most of the way.
We got just, you know, love keeping the old tabletop field gang kind of their tabletop battlefield gang together, you know. Okay, here it goes. Oh, I just love that. Oh, and just the effects for that is just so nice.
Need some help?
Well, very OP. I mean, it's a very OP. It's meant to be invincible. I mean, basically, right now, Greater Ice Elemental, correct? They're invincible. You can't kill them. Moore's Bane doing his thing. I had fun, like, imagining what to do with Moore's Bane and his wand, you know? He has that negation ability. So and Sergeant Drake just doing what Sergeant Drake does, stabbing, you know, clubbing with, you know, that big bazooka thing.
Get
Grappling
over
gun.
here. I'll treat you like my next ex-wife. Yeah.
I got your back, Drake.
And then just the classic, you know, just like the old days when Sarge says that, so people get that familiar with the old Escape sets, where you know Raylan and Sarge have had a history, so we see some of that there. We're reliving those past moments. All right, so that's the end of episode 9. Then we got Estevar and Torin there, and Estevar is weaving her web, of course. All right. Well, so that was less than 10 minutes, but wasn't that fun? Wasn't that fun? Let's see here. Diet Nerd. So, Jory Ranieri, aka Lieutenant Dan, in the chat saying, yeah, okay, do that, Sean. Go ahead and do that.
What's that? What do you want me to say?
Whatever you did when you were hitting that Morrow.
Oh, I was going like, where are you? I need to find my next ex-wife.
No. What Joey saying? Yeah, or something. You gave like some type of nondescript sound when making a like.
Oh, it's probably that horrible laugh going like, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's it. Let's see here. And Joey, you said, I forgot you voiced him, Ryan. Which one? I voice multiple characters. Savaris, Light Folly, the Morrow Stingers, or actually all the Morrow besides, well, all the Morrows, most of the Morrow common squads. Savaris, yep, it's that high-pitched, whiny voice that's very anti-Legolas, and that's what I was going for. Yeah.
Lieutenant Dan says, "Nyai."
We'll see a bit of Savaris in episode 10.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
Yeah, but that wasn't that fun. Wasn't that fun? Like, the fight is just getting started. So, okay, how about we play that again, shall we? And we'll do a commentary on that. See here, and I know Corey and Tyler, they're a little bit delayed. What do you guys think of that?
I thought it was really cool. I'll be honest because I have this thing where I have difficulty watching or listening to things that I'm in on screen. So this is my first time like watching the episodes, and it was really cool to see like hearing the other voice actors seeing seeing it on screen, and then seeing the stop motion of it all, and then the effects of it all come together. It was a really dope to watch all of it.
Yeah, I had to agree with Corey. I've kind of shunned most electronics, so I don't really watch a lot of YouTube.
Outdoors, man.
Yeah, and so
That's the way to be right there.
Yeah, it's a good life.
Yeah.
Real world is pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's good to go touch grass every now and then.
Get into a pair of moccasins, head out with a little hatchet, nice camping knife, split up some wood, make some feather sticks, start a fire with a ferro rod. Call it a good day.
Yeah, and Lieutenant Dan is in the chat saying Henderson and Toothpick show up for commentary in an episode where they're both dead. Yep.
Super.
Well, it makes our commentary a little bit easier.
Extremely fitting.
I don't think there's a whole lot they have to say. Unless they're clairvoyant.
It's on the screen.
Not really. Well, how about we just let's run it again. And here, I gotta make an adjustment on this, so hold on a second. So this episode's gonna start, but I'm gonna restart it after I adjust the stream because you're not gonna see us. But I have to just make this adjustment. I have to turn the volume down. You probably can't
And then
hear
you're
me
gonna
now.
tell me when we set the play.
Right.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell Joey when to play, so he knows when to start his own version. All right, hold on a second. Okay, so
Is
turn
there
it
a
off.
way you can pump the volume through Discord or no?
If I could what?
Is there a way you can pump the volume through Discord?
I'm gonna actually. I just lowered the volume for the episode, so it's not going to like
Okay.
overreach our own voices. All right, so we're gonna start this right now. And so Kurak's happy, of course. You know, he's all his plans for the past 3 seasons have finally come to fruition. He thinks he's got what he wanted, and then Kimoshi comes in. And again, props to Michael. I know Michael wanted to show up for every live stream. He was with us last Wednesday. But Michael voicing Kimoshi, it's just like so excellent. And so if he watches this on a replay, Michael, we love you. We love the Kimoshi voice. It's just incredible. And so Kimoshi tries to do her dastardly plan, and everybody's checking out other characters, and then we find out the not so good news.
That's an order. Hey, Henderson, come on, wake up.
He's not breathing.
Oh no. I think they're all dead.
Unfortunately, those that stand on those activation spaces have
And
to give all their life force to
yeah, I want to give a shout out to Jerry Anderson. Poor guy can't navigate internet very well, otherwise he might be on with us, but he voiced Toolbach Ra, the Maro Teleporter, as well as the Fire Elemental, and he's got another good voice, and he was actually a Specs Howard alumni who was not part of my class. He was part of another class, but came in contact with him just networking through the Specs Facebook, and he did some voices
Nice.
for me as well. He's a Scotsman, so he might use him in the future for because I know there's some Scots in the Heroescape universe that we might have in the future. So he's got a pretty good range. But he does Toolbach Ra very well, right next to Kimoshi, and I like this little bit of comedy between Toolbach Ra and Kimoshi, where Toolbach Ra kind of jumps the gun to where she's like, they like teleport me down. Oh, it's lovely. It's a lovely thing.
teleport me down.
And shout out to those lightning effects too.
I see. I do love that lightning effect. That is sweet.
Yes, that came from the Triune store, from the guys from Film Riot. It's royalty-free stuff. Like the music you hear is from the Triune store, from those guys from Film Riot. A lot of the sound effects, a lot of special effects come from them, just because it's all royalty-free. You won't get sued if you're using it for free, or if you're getting paid using it. Doesn't matter. You pay it once, and yeah, no one's coming after you from using them, and it's good quality stuff for the price that they're offering for it.
Just move your rear, Gimp.
And then just this effect. Now this effect, where this like ice beam cannon, that's like many layers. I'd say that's about 5 to 8 layers worth of effect there.
My guess was going to be 12, but okay. There's a lot going on there. It honestly, it fits so well.
I love the lightning beams jumping into the... As soon as I saw that effect when I purchased it last November, I'm like, I gotta use that in some way. To where it just jumps in the screen, just makes it look like it's part of the environment.
Daniel.
And see, I'm so amazed at how Hit Film does this. Delivers, man.
Yep.
I would expect, I mean, if I didn't know any better, I would have expected this to come out of Adobe Premiere.
Yeah, shout out to the guys from HitFilm. I know they're going through I think they're going through transitioning, but I've messaged actually their customer service like the past few months for issues, and they've been really good. they've been really good. You know, even recently, like the past few weeks.
So they're still keeping up on questions and answers and whatnot like that.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I was kind of concerned about that a while ago.
I'm still kind of concerned because they haven't been active on YouTube since January. So something's up, but I mean, I have an old Hit Film. I have an older version of Hit Film Pro, but it still works fine, and the customer service is fine. So you know,
I'm actually thinking of switching over to that subscription base just to see what that is. But in order to do that, I got to have some sort of money coming in.
now Morsbane's negation effect here, and I know we just missed like the moment where I think Lieutenant Dan runs into the Holmar army, then turns back, you know, wrong way. And then there's Sylvaris again. Yep. It's really difficult to do that high-pitched voice, by the way. And here, give me a moment. I'm gonna. No, never mind. I'm fine. But yeah, for Sylvaris, my voice ends up breaking after a time doing Sylvaris' voice. Yep.
I feel like, at least maybe for me, I feel like the pitching my voice down takes a lot more out of my voice than it is to pitch it higher.
Because voicing Jandor, because I voiced Jandor too for seasons 2 and 3, trying to get my voice low, it's hard, but it doesn't tax my voice like doing a high pitch.
How many voices did you do?
A lot. If I couldn't find anybody, I had to do it. So
15
Yeah.
procs?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, he is the Seth MacFarlane of this production.
10, 15, yeah.
That's a great comparison.
Yeah. I'm not as talented as Seth MacFarlane. So
Don't sell yourself short. I don't see Seth MacFarlane able to do any of this.
That is for Henderson a toothpick.
Just saying, throwing that one out there, broski.
And you did sing, so
Hey, there you go.
last Wednesday. Again, you know, there is like on Twitch, there are channel points that people can rack up to where if they want me to sing, they can hit the channel point thing and make me sing. I don't know.
Oh, come on, everybody! Everybody, give him some channel points. Let's do it right now to force him to sing. You do requests, though, right?
It's that what?
You do requests if we have enough points for you, right?
Yeah, I mean, some song requests I might just be able to do a line or two because I don't want to get flagged for anything. But yeah.
Oh, come on, guys! Let's get him to start singing some old Frankie Blue Eyes.
I have no idea.
I got an error for trying to claim a bonus.
Really?
Oh well.
Huh. Weird.
I don't know.
Maybe
I might have hit a wrong button.
Maybe I need to reset that. I don't know.
Let me see.
Here? I am no use here.
And then yeah, because Light Folly here, like Light Folly is just a lighter voice, you know. It's a very much more easygoing voice. I just I don't have a care in the world, you know.
So Era is saying singing is 3,000 points, so I went for a Hydridge.
Yeah, Garrett and Light Folly are real. I mean, they are my favorite characters. They really are. They just bounce off each other so well. And just wait till you see where they end up in like episode 10. Oh my, it's one of the most hilarious moments in the show. And like I said, just
that battle is so cool.
Oh my goodness. MR scar coverage is so nice, but no. When it comes to Morsbane and that negation ability, that's a rip straight from the game. That is his ability in the game. Is basically taking a miniature's power away for the entire game, as long as you roll the dice right. So that is a straight rip out from the card.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you say game, are you talking about the entirety of the game or the for that session of that day?
Well, I mean, for that game, it's a board game. It's a miniature board game. So for that, whatever that particular game is,
for that match.
For that match, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's kind of like
because I'm sorry.
It's kind of like Strategica. Or was it Stratego meets Dungeons and Dragons?
Okay, yeah, because I was getting D&D vibes
Oh yeah.
Well, some of these are D&D characters. Like Avar Scarcarver, I think, is a D&D character. You got the Elementals, who are D&D characters. You got Karak the Elementalist, who's a D&D character.
Right.
Let's see if I ever make any like references over to Palladium. Palladium's very similar to D&D, but it's a different game, different system. However,
All right.
you run with the book, roll your die, and it's the same thing.
Okay,
So
yeah,
there we
because
go.
I've been going into D&D or delving into D&D much more in the last few years. So I had that as a background as watching this. So I wasn't sure what was the difference between these game mechanics versus D&D.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's I mean, you can. This is like an hour and a half long conversation. I don't even know where to start because Joe Crazy could say something. Jason could probably say something about this. Heroescape is different than Dungeons and Dragons. It is different.
Yeah.
Very.
At some point, I will put out my how to play Heroescape in like 6-minute video so that I could just send that to people instead of watching like the 45-minute video that people have made. Like,
But I mean,
Hey Joe, don't they have this online so like people can play like like how you do online chess or checkers?
yes.
Don't they have?
They do, but you need to know how to play the game to play it. It's not like it's not an automated system. It's not a video game. It's not
Right.
Heroescape.
It's not
It's a
beginners
video
friendly.
game. No, it's not beginners friendly.
Although you could,
It's like if you desperately know how to play the game.
a Heroescape community can probably guide you. Some can guide you through it. I mean, there are people in the community friendly enough to do that, but
Yeah, like I have a
takes time.
tutorial to set that up, but like even so, it's like you still need to know how to play the game, what the characters do and all that sort of thing. So it really doesn't help you.
let's see here. Okay. Oh, thank you, Erica, for the hydrate. So she did a hydrate, so I am going to drink because, yes, I do talk too much.
Oh, it worked. Oh, it worked for her, but it didn't work for Jason. There we go.
Yeah, I don't know.
Something's
I don't
rigged.
know.
It's rigged.
Hydro homies, dude. Heck yeah.
Now, see, I wouldn't mind like all of us who've done the voices for us to get together and play against each other online, because then you're in a friendly environment.
Oh, that
It's
would be
kind of
an
like
event.
at least a little bit easier, but.
I actually just like to bring you all to the house and I obviously have all the miniatures and enough game pieces to have, a day of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But the downside is that we're all scattered everywhere, so it's like everybody coming to your house is not exactly realistic. You know what I mean?
It might be when bringing everyone back for season 4. That might be the thing. That's going to be a while.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we might have to come over to Ryan's house and
we'll
do
talk more
barbecue,
about
yeah?
that on Tuesday. Let's see here.
What does the winner get and what does the loser have to do?
Wears underwear on his head. Yes.
You guys can talk about this some other in chat.
Ryan's underwear.
Oh no.
Grief.
Oh God,
What
no.
is that? Actually, I'll say
I don't want
this.
somebody's flappy
He's got to
sack
say,
on my
I don't
forehead.
wear underwear.
Try to give his left scrap detail
If the first thing you have to
since
say after someone says wearing your underwear is like, okay, then like I'm very intrigued.
since surgically my back end is sealed, I have the cleanest underwear out of everybody around here. So
Now wait a minute, man. That means that your flappy sack's gonna be hanging off somebody's forehead. So I'm like, yeah, no.
I wasn't gonna go there. All right.
Sorry, bro.
This is a kid-friendly stream, by the way. Just
I gotta. Sorry, guys. I gotta clean it up. I'm bad.
a little bit. But let's see here. Okay, let me read the chat. I guess I'll go from there. No. Thank you, Erica, for that hydrate. Let's see here. Yeah, one thing I wanted to say when it came to how Dungeons and Dragons ties into Heroescape. One of the last bit of things they released before the game was discontinued in 2010 was they were releasing like D&D molds and having them become miniatures for the game. One of the master sets or master set, I guess there would be a debate for that, but the last master set they released was called Battle for the Underdark, and that involved D&D miniatures, and they put more D&D miniatures up there, but that was pretty much the last run of it before axing the game. Am I accurate in that, Jason? I know you could probably explain it better.
That's pretty close to what happened.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we have some D&D miniatures. Some of the community don't like that. I embrace it. Anything OG Heroescape, I embrace pretty well. And it fits in with the story well too. So do we want to talk a little bit longer? Because it is a 9-minute episode. I could run it again, and if you guys want to discuss things more, we can.
I'm going to be honest with you. I love the way that this came out. Like I was saying earlier, I know my mic was muted to my stream, but I just enjoyed the way that it came about. It's been so long since I've even gone through the script. I really like the way this story is turning out to be. It's different. It took me off guard when I was watching this.
Well, this is what happens when you do something original. You know, and yes, I'm taking from different parts of pop culture, but I'm, and you'll see that a lot in episode 10 too. I rip some things from like Monty Python and such, and also, I mean, it also comes from my love of Lord of the Rings, what Peter Jackson released in early 2000s.
The original Lord of the Rings.
No, what Peter Jackson, the live action Lord of the Rings in early 2000s, not 80s, Sean.
Oh man, I'm an old fart. What can I say? I enjoy the animation one. It's like the newer one it's good, but it's not nearly as good.
Yeah, I know.
People have that debate all the time. I'm on the old school book.
But no, I pulled a lot from Peter Jackson because Fellowship of the Ring was really one of the first films that really inspired me as like a young adult, or you know, I think at the time I was 18, and I'll talk more about that come Tuesday. But yeah, so I mean, this whole quest is kind of like that, to where they're all over the map, you know. Literally, I mean, they've been woodland, jungle, desert, now, you know, old volcano, now ice up north. So yeah, I definitely pulled a lot from that. But I mean, the character's different, and I really try and integrate as much Heroescape and Heroescape lore as I possibly can into it. I try and make it my own, to make something a little bit more unique and original. But yeah, like I said, and Jeremy, I mean, I don't think Jeremy's going to make it tonight, but Jeremy, the Elysium, he really like worked a lot with me when it came to, especially with the scripts of seasons 2 and 3, to try and match the lore of Heroescape, or you know, give as much homage as possible, and recognition as possible to the original Heroescape lore.
We cannot do anything for them. We have to leave.
Oh, and one thing I want to shout out too, like a lot of these, like you see, like these mystic tiles, these different colored tiles on top where our characters are being sacrificed on. Some of the trees, this like the wooden planking you see on top of the snow here, some of the scenes, 3D printed. 3D printed tiles, and most of them are from High Ground Tiles, so I'm gonna give a shout out to those guys. Check out their store. They have an Etsy, and good. It's not just for Heroescape; it can be for D&D play as well. So check out High Ground Tiles online, and link in description below if you're watching this on YouTube as well.
See, I'm confused when it comes down to D&D and using the tiles, because when I used to play that, it was just everything was strictly out of the book and on paper. You used your imagination.
Yeah, well, and they use, I guess, they usually use square tiles, and High Ground does have like 3D print STLs, as well as I think some stuff that they saw online that are square tiles and not hex tiles. So
Interesting.
Yeah.
So for D&D, there's a choice of either, like when you're running combat, you can be either Theater of the Mind, which what you're describing is what you're used to, or using miniatures and a tiled map, and typically the map is square.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard of people actually getting dressed up to get into it and act everything out. I've heard of that factor, but I've just never heard of the actual board game concept.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when I started paying attention to Heroescape, I actually ran a game with Ryan and with Jason, and you know, it was very interesting. I don't want to say I caught on quickly. Yeah, it was a minute, but it was like very interesting to me because it's like I was kind of familiar with it, and at that same hand too, it was something new. I mean,
Right.
it even seemed to me to be like a hue of Magic the Gathering involved because you had the cards for the players.
There, and so you're in the chat. Let's see, you're Joey, aka Lieutenant Dan, is saying for like physical stuff for D&D, it's just easier to show movement when you're describing. Yeah, especially if you're a dungeon master or DM. He says in D&D, 5 feet equals 1 square. If your movement is 30 feet, 6 squares. Yeah, Erica says people do up D&D maps too. They build little cities and forests, etc. Yeah, so if you're into D&D, or if you're into HeroScape, I check out High Ground Tiles because they have some very unique stuff there that you could probably purchase or send someone STLs to print up stuff for you that you can purchase from them. They're good people. They're really good people. Let's see here. Erica is saying, yeah, I know, Erica, you're into Warcraft. Warcraft is one big ripoff of a bunch of different games.
See, is that like World of Warcraft that she's talking about,
Yeah.
or just Warcraft in general?
I think it's probably World of Warcraft.
Yeah, because I mean, when I first saw when I first saw,
World of Warcraft, yeah.
EverQuest was the first game that I really ever saw on a computer that was like open world. It was awesome. And then World of Warcraft kind of ripped everything in it off. I do remember that, and I don't even know, is EverQuest even still a thing today or no?
I don't
That's a
hear.
good question.
Personally don't hear
I haven't heard about it in years.
See here, Erica says EverQuest was the first. World of Warcraft ripped it off.
Hardcore.
It is actually still around. People still play, apparently. So.
Oh. That might actually be something worthwhile streaming and getting into. Well, it's like a vintage game that nobody really ever plays, kind of like Ring of Elysium. You know, might be a thing to do. Get a couple of us together and try to go into, you see, if it's...
Yeah, there's EverQuest.com, and it's looks to be the same game-ish. With news, there's news postings from this month, so yeah.
Oh, now they're doing a free play. I thought it used to be like subscription of $10 a month.
Well, it all used to be
24th
that way, and
anniversary.
they've all kind of gone free to play some way or another.
Oh, that'd be kind of interesting. If you guys want to do that, we can probably get together and do some Leroy Jenkins stuff.
Oh goodness. I don't think I need to be getting into any MMORPGs. I spend too much time doing plenty of other things.
Oh my goodness.
It'd be more like a one-day-a-week type thing where we could just get together, just hang out.
Great idea. Get out of here.
Hi.
That'll go bad for us.
Next thing you'll be hearing from the podcast is Leroy Jenkins.
Admittedly, it was one of my favorite videos to watch when I was younger.
What was that, Corey?
Admittedly, it was one of my favorite videos to watch when I was younger.
That got pretty popular, actually. They even made fun of that off of Family Guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Sean, Diet Nerd, or aka Lieutenant Dan, or Jerry Neri says in the chat, you'll be hearing from me in the near future, Spark.
I'm down, Toothpick. Let's do, or Lieutenant Dan, let's do this.
Yep.
There's the title, and wow, Jenkins, you can get. That's nice.
In World of Warcraft, Jenkins. That you can get.
Oh, that would be awesome. If we can create a guild, we'll just call it Jenkins, or you know, I usually run with running something called Gentlemen of Ill Repute. You know, but I think I might switch something like that over to, like, you know, something like Jenkins or something along those lines.
Joey is saying Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan, would you like some ice cream?
Do I gotta like Lieutenant Dan?
You ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan. How you gonna stand for that?
Well, this relative of Lieutenant Dan does, so he still has his legs. Let's see here. Hi, Marion in the chat. How you doing tonight?
If I saw him on a...
All right. And how about we just get ready to close? We will give final thoughts, and then we will close. And for those of you who don't know what final thoughts is, you just basically talk about what you thought about the episode or the series so far, and say goodbye if you have social media, like I know Jason, Joe, and Sean do. Then give some shout outs to your social media stuff or channels. But if you don't, just say, oh, thanks for coming on, and for those of you guys. And I'm just gonna go actually straight to my guys here. Corey, why don't you go ahead first, sir? Again, I don't know if you've seen any of because I left some personal videos to people and a personal video to everybody in our production page, but I sincerely thank you guys for it's been a 10-year process,
Right?
And it's amazing. And because Corey, you're actually you have you had no inkling to be a voice actor. You're in the basically the food service industry. You are a chef. That's what Corey does. He makes very good food.
Thank you.
So this was a big hurdle for him. Tyler, same thing. So I do thank you, and I think Henderson and Toothpick, it's just like, I don't know what it would be without you guys' voices, so I appreciate you guys so much. But Corey, go ahead and give your final thoughts, sir, and what do you think about this?
It's a very simple thought, and that is, I need to go back and watch every single episode now.
Absolutely. Yes, you do. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I concur.
A couple of my friends outside of this group they talked to me about it. It's like, hey Corey, I didn't know you did this. It's like, oh yeah, it's a really cool project, and they were blown away by the stop motion. And I just need to go back and watch every single episode now.
Please do, and let me know when you get back up to 9, and if you aren't not available to come Tuesday, just let me know when you get to episode 10 and how you think the series ended. And I hope, sir, that you'll be able to work with us if we do further seasons.
Yeah,
for sure. No, I appreciate you, sir. Anything else before I move on to Tyler?
I think that's everything for me.
All right. Thank you, sir. All right, Tyler. Final thoughts, sir.
Oh, what up? I think I share a lot of similar thoughts as to Corey. Since I've started this, I've got an undergraduate degree and a master's degree and started a PhD, and this has just been kind of in the back of my mind. And when you reached out to me, it was crazy. I haven't really seen an episode, and I think I need to catch up as well. When I was telling my friends about it, they were also pretty blown away. But I'm shocked as well. I think that you've created something and created a really couth, amazing piece of art. I think more than that, you've created a community and a culture around you that has ignited passion. And I think that you should take and I think that you should take a moment and you should really reflect and see, you've done this amazing thing. I'm proud to be among this great community and to at least be somebody within these ranks. But I have so much kudos and thanks to give to you, and I really appreciate just being part of this project.
Thank you for that. Yeah.
I have to concur with that.
And the cool thing was when it comes to Jason, Corey, Tyler, we have worked together on previous projects before. Me and Jason met Corey basically around the same time on the mission trip. Wait, but was that 2006, 2007, something like that?
Give or take.
Around then.
Yeah, it was around that time. And Corey had such just a servant, type of heart. Just wanting to serve people. He still has a very, very kind heart. So I knew when I contacted you that you would probably end up saying yes anyway to all the friends I know, if you could do it. So yeah, I'm just happy. And Tyler has such a I would say personality, and I've known Tyler.
Yeah, I was a hyper little rapscallion.
I've known Tyler since he was like, I think like 11, 12 years old.
Yeah.
If memory serves me right. I mean, I used to be a youth leader in our church, and Tyler was one of those kids. And yeah, I mean, Tyler has always, you know, been an engaging personality. So I stemmed, if anybody's familiar with Red versus Blue, I basically, Toothpick is similar to what Caboose is.
Oh yeah, I have to concur with that.
Toothpick is Caboose in this series, but that personality, I wrote Toothpick to be Tyler, because I knew right away that Tyler was the one that fitted that mold. So I mean, when I asked Tyler, I was really hoping, like, please do it, and
I think he took that whole ordeal about Caboose, and I think he took it 5 steps further and made it better.
Wild.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Yeah, it's
as like I said, this is a true honor and a privilege. Thank you.
I am honored that you guys are, you know, finally able to, you know, come into a stream, and you have all my gratitude for sure. Okay, I don't want to cry right now. Jason, go ahead, sir.
Niagara Falls all over again.
Well, I enjoyed the episode, and I'm looking forward to the last one. Even though I know the basics of how it ends and some of the big character points, there's clearly a lot of details. Well, I've read the script, and I helped produce some things, but yes. Yeah, so I don't really know all the details of the final battle, so I'm definitely looking forward to that, watching all the visual effects. I'm sure I'll enjoy the last one as well. And I'm over on Rock Robotics on YouTube and tabletopbattlefield.com. If you want to check out a variety of tabletop game-related content, sometimes HeroScape, sometimes other things, and every now and then I go way off the rails into something totally else.
It's the fun of it.
It is. The YouTube algorithm doesn't really like it too much, and your subscribers get upset because it's something unrelated. But, you know, it's something fun to do every different.
We just don't care.
Little things different here and there. Yeah, I just don't care. At some point, meh.
This is a fun fact that you guys don't know, but back in the day, who was it that you submitted a video for? Was that Triune Films, wasn't it, when they did Film Riot?
That was a while back.
Yeah.
It was Film Riot, yeah.
Yeah,
it was
one of their like 1-year anniversary or 5-year anniversary videos.
It was like 15
I forget
years
which
ago.
one it was.
Yeah, he submitted a pretty interesting video for back then when we had very little, you know, for special effects. You crushed it then, man. It was good. So I mean,
oh, I gotta see this. Where's this video at?
You gotta go back to Film Riot. It's like one of their anniversaries. If I can find it, I wouldn't mind posting.
I think Jason has it on his Rock Robotics channel. I can pull it.
No, I don't have that. I probably have that video.
Yeah, it's
yes.
I think it's somewhere on YouTube. I can probably find it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you crushed it. I gotta say, you did a daggone good job, man.
Thanks.
And so, I mean, you know, anybody who's out there wanting to see what Jay's, you know, got some skills for, go check him out. Well, what is your websites anyway?
Oh, Rock Robotics on YouTube and tabletopbattlefield.com.
Yeah, and I mean, when I was attempting to do any type of like video related stuff, I was introduced to Jason. That's how we basically met. And that was who was that? Was that Doug? I think that was Doug. Wasn't that?
Keith?
No, Keith. I'm sorry. Yeah, Keith.
Yeah.
Keith. Yeah, Smithy. We called him Smithy on mission trips before. But yeah, he introduced us because, like, yeah, I know a video editing guy that, you know, I was in the college dorm with, and so that's how I met Jason, and that's how I learned. And there was a period of time to where I used Jason's editing software.
I remember that.
Yeah, mission trips and such. So I've definitely learned from him a lot over the years, even when it came to the podcasting side of things, because he did the Tabletop Battlefield for a long time. And so I learned to host better. I learned to speak better. I'm still learning that, but that tied a lot from working with Jason all those years. So yeah, appreciate you, sir, as always, and I thank you. You are a good and beloved friend. Joe, crazy.
Oh,
sir.
My God! Once again. I can't. You know what I can't wait for, Ryan? I can't wait for you to stop giving me cliffhangers. That's what I can't wait for. I hope and pray. I'm actually going to be praying tonight. I'm going to pray tonight that when I watch episode 10, that it doesn't end with a cliffhanger like, and then. And like a raise of a hand out of the grave, or like an actual guy on a cliffhanger, or something that doesn't say there's gonna be more. It ends. Something ends. Not that I want more. Trust me, I want more. I'm not saying I don't want it to do any more. I don't want that. I want more. But I don't want to be at the edge of my seat. I will be falling off, literally.
Then I would recommend don't watch the very, very end. Don't watch after the.
Damn it! Don't spoil it either. Don't do that either. God.
I didn't say anything.
Yes, you did. You told me. You told me everything. You don't realize, like, I love film, so too. And I'm like, I get it. I understand.
Yep.
I know how it works.
Terrible. No, everything.
I feel the very, very ending is fairly conclusive. It wraps up storylines, I think.
Yeah, no, everything.
No more spoilers. Stop saying things. Stop.
Everything that should be wrapped will be wrapped.
Stop saying things. I want to find out for myself.
Don't ask.
I'll bring up wrapping paper and start
ask.
wrapping things. I love you, Joe.
I love you too. But
Joe, we still need to do some Tarkov, bro.
Okay. Anything else?
But I'm
Joe?
excited.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for episode 10. I can't wait to see where this goes. Yeah, I mean, because I was telling him before the stream that I'm gonna be watching it in VR. I can't wait. I'm gonna make the screen as big as I can, and sit in my chair and watch it with some popcorn.
That's the way to do it.
Oh yeah.
And
better yet, if you got a projector, hit it on a wall. Surround sound.
Well, that's
Sean,
exactly it. That's what I could do with VR. Like
Sean,
I could make the screen as big as I want.
Sean, when you get here.
Oh. You've got a projector.
I got a projector. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that is very good to know. Yeah.
And
do I need to bring some veggie dogs?
For those of you who don't know, no, I got what, veggie dogs. What are you talking about? I got
cans of veggie dogs.
Belliadas and pupusas, man. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, but I mean, like, some veggie dog chopped up on the side. Even throw that on some papusa.
You insult Hispanic culture by doing that, man.
I know I do.
But no, for those of you who don't know, some of the guys, some of the cast get to pre-screen this stuff before it gets released. So yeah, that's a little hint there. But yeah, Joe, I thank you. I appreciate you. You're actually one of more of a newcomer to the voice cast, but you do such a great job, and you have a passion for this. I know. So
you know it.
I thank you.
You know it, baby.
For all the help that you have given me, especially in this past year. I appreciate you, sir.
Of course.
Sean, go ahead, sir.
You know me, I can't keep a straight face on anything, man. I'm cheesing it. Oh, wow. What can I say to this? It's been a long journey. It's been an awesome journey. It has been very epic. It's been very, I would almost say on your end, it's been very tenacious. Not tedious, but very tenacious.
Both.
And, it's just been a lot of work being put into this, bro. And what I think is even awesome is this cast that There's people I'm still continuing to meet. There's some familiar faces here, but there's people I'm still continuing to meet. And it's so awesome to see people literally from all over the United States. And what they have to bring to this, how you guys even met, it's beyond like my comprehension, because it's just so many moving parts that when you look at it should have never worked, but they are working. And that's what's awesome. You know?
Literally
To bring
people
this,
that have just all aspects of my life. All the voice actors, all 30 plus people that have helped over the years have come from school, have come from when I was in network marketing, church, Specs Tower, the broadcasting school I went to, just people that a HeroScape community that I've met online, filmmaking contact. It just it's a huge spread.
Phenomenal. I mean, when I try to do just like a short, that's filming people, okay? I just want you to go out and go do this. Yeah, I got something I got to do that day. Nobody comes forward. You got like how many people to come forward? Heck, Monkey sitting upstairs, even she came forward. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh my!
Well, how old was
this
she?
is awesome.
I mean,
now she's 13.
Yeah, she's 13. I think at the time she was what, 6?
When we came up here, she was 7, so somewhere about 7 or 8.
Yeah,
probably 7.
Yeah, I mean we've had voice actors as young as like 4 or 5 months. My son, when at that time, I mean now he's 5, but at the time, I mean, he learned how to whine, and it was driving me so crazy that I put him in front of a microphone. I'm like, hey, I'm using this whine, and that became the voice of Sujua and Zetacron. So he gets those credits.
It's just awesome.
But yeah, plug your stuff, Sean. Go ahead.
Anyway, if you guys want to follow my channel, it's going to be, I've got a little thing going on right now. Twitch is driving me nuts. They've got this new user agreement. You cannot simultaneously broadcast 2 different platforms. It's crap. I'm going to do it regardless until they ban me, which probably will be right after this episode, ironically. But they're really shooting themselves in the foot. But anyway, on Twitch/Sparic, or twitch.tv/Sparic, capital SPARIC, capital K. YouTube, you can find me as well, Sparic. It's just a mishmash of my name, my first name and middle name, so have at it, guys. Enjoy, watch, subscribe, send some likes, tell me what you'd like me to do for video games, and tell me what you would like me to do while I'm playing these games. Like, you want me to jump off cliffs repeatedly? Hey, by all means, I'll do it. I'm just the knucklehead to do that kind of thing, and believe me, like Jason said, he goes off the rails, I'm right there too. Let's break the games.
Thank you, sir. And of course, Sean, with you doing the classic character of Sergeant Drake Alexander in a kind of a satire twist that has the HeroScape community up in arms. But no, we love it, and I love it personally. So it's all good. We thank you, sir. And
I love that I broke character in the last episode. This is what I actually sound like, but this sounds much better.
Yeah. This makes me more macho. And Erica says, back up. Your son is 5 now? Yeah, he just turned 5 a few weeks ago. Yep. And going to kindergarten in the fall. Yep. So time passes by. Time. It's amazing because the morning that my wife went into labor was the morning that so this was about a little over 5 years ago, was the morning that I was setting up the PC I currently am using for live streams. I had just bought the pieces and I had set it up, and I spent all night working on it because there were some issues with Windows, and so I was just getting everything sorted out. So I was just getting this PC ready, this computer ready to do the work that I needed to do for seasons 2 and 3, and yeah, basically my wife went into labor that morning. I had got no sleep, and then I got no sleep for like the next 5 to 7 days because my son was born. So, what a time. What a time.
You know what's funny is I can remember you and the missus standing before a judge getting sentenced to life. I thought that was one of the best things I'd ever witnessed.
It'll be 14 years ago this coming October. So, yep.
That's awesome. Keep up the good work, bro.
Yep. Yeah. I do what I can do. Yeah, Erica says. Thank you everybody for commenting in the chat. Thank you so much. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and it's 10:46, so it's on YouTube right now. So go watch, leave a comment if you enter in the contest. And Marion, if you got a United States address, wink wink, then yeah, by all means comment on the episodes. And yep, it's up. So enjoy. And what am I gonna say? Okay, so for this Tuesday, June 20th. So starting at 9:30, we're gonna be premiering episode 10. Bring champagne, all you out there. We're going to be toasting this series. Or bring something to toast. Bring your favorite drink. It doesn't matter.
I'll have to pick some up.
Bring something, because it will be time to celebrate. Time for me to cry. I'll get into a long-winded talk then. I think I earned that platform at that time. But until that time, I'll just say what I always say to you all. Thank you for coming. Thank you guys again showing up on the panel tonight. You have a purpose in your life. Find it, pursue it, live it, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye now.